It's so relaxing out here. It's so quiet. Hi guys, we are back with another one, and if you can't tell, I am not in my normal location this morning, and I think I just woke up my entire family talking. My bad. But I'm not in my normal location this morning. We are here at my father's place in Cape Cod. Hi Daddy. Good morning. Come. He's gonna stare at me while I film, but we are at my father's place in Cape Cod. We come twice a year just to have like a very quiet weekend, relax, take a breath by the ocean, go downtown. Not really any massive plans. It's honestly just a place for our family to come and just chill for a little while and eat some good food and hang out. So we are here for just a few days, honestly, not that long. We got in last night, had dinner, hung out at the condo and relaxed. So today, I don't even know if we have any official plans, but I really want to take the opportunity to soak in this relaxation and capitalize on getting some reading done. But the time here is prioritizing my family and relaxing and everyone hanging out together. So I was thinking an equal compromise between a challenge and accomplishing some goals would be to do a 24-hour reading challenge by the ocean. However, I am not going to do it straight, of course, because I don't want to be exhausted hanging out with my family. I think I'm going to do the timer method, where every time I'm not reading, I stop and I let the timer keep running, or I don't let the timer keep running, I should say. And we will see if I can complete 24 hours of reading while I'm here. I think I'm only here for like less than 72 hours, so I don't know if it's going to be possible, but we will find out. So I did bring a couple of books with me. I did bring my Kindle with me. I know that the Homey and Homey book club is reading The Brinch Kingdom by Daniel L. Jensen, so I definitely want to make some progress in that, and I actually think that's where we're going to start. So without further ado, let's go ahead and set our timer for 24 hours and see how much progress we can make.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love's secret line, like leaves we soar so high. Beneath the moonlight, soft touch your hand in mine, gets me every time. Lost in the city lights, our love's electric ride. You make me feel alive. I know July is gone. You make me feel at home in the neon glow. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. season of love. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. Maybe this is the season of love. In a world of green, just like a dream, you and I standing wild and free, with petals so golden, the sun's warm kiss, a love so strong, a bliss. Whispers of the breeze, secrets unfold. It's you that I need, it's you that I want. When the world gets cold, it's you and me. When the sun comes back, you'll see. Oh, dandelion, the strength that you've shown, stronger each year. Look how we hold on through the toughest of times. We still stand strong. Through pavement we will grow. Forever we will grow. Deep within your eyes, I found a home. The love that we share can never grow. In your gaze, the world looks bright. Forever by your side. This town is quiet, serene and wide. You keep me warm and safe at night. No matter the season, we always bloom, 'cause you light up the gloom. Oh, dandelion, the strength that you've shown, stronger each year. Look how we hold on through the toughest of times. We still stand strong. Through pavement we will grow. Oh, dandelion, the strength that you've shown, stronger each year. Look how we hold on through the toughest of times. We still stand strong. Through pavement we will grow. Forever we will grow. Forever we will.
Are you coming to be in my shot?
Yep.
Okay, it's filming.
Ruin your shot.
You don't ruin my shot. You make my shot cuter. It's much cuter.
Alright, what do I do to press record?
Nope, it's already recording. I have a clicker. It's recording. What are you doing? Why would you have just done that?
Alright, this is Coley's show now. And I can do things like this. Okay. Now
Now it's gonna be all messed up. Actually, that's not horrible. Okay, that's fine. That works. Thank you for that.
welcome.
I just love coming out here and sitting in the morning because it's so pretty. So, although the scenery is beautiful, it's a little chilly, but although the scenery is beautiful, the challenge is not going well. I think I may have had like delusions of grandeur doing this for this weekend because I'm only here like Thursday to Sunday, and reading 24 hours doesn't seem like a lot when you start the challenge. But when you see how your progress is not progressing, You're like, wait, 24 hours is actually a lot. So, especially because we do a lot while we're here, and I'm never ever going to be like, oh no, don't do that because I have to read. We're very active while we're here, making sure the kids are having fun and getting done all the things they want to get done in like a long weekend. So I only read to chapter 10 in Bridge Kingdom yesterday, and I didn't bring my phone out with me, which has my timer on it, but I think I read like 2 hours yesterday, which is not going to cut it. And I'm already thinking to myself, this challenge might come home with us. I thought I was going to be able to finish it completely for the weekend, but I just don't see that happening. So I have read to chapter 10 of Bridge Kingdom, and we are going to switch books today because the way that the Homey and Homely Book Club works every single month is that we break our reading down by the chapter. And the Bridge Kingdom is so good so far that I'm already done with my chapters, and I don't want to read ahead because I don't want to be ahead of everybody. I want to discuss it with them as we read it. So I have to hold off for just a few more days until I pick up Bridge Kingdom again so that I don't get ahead of schedule, which is so hard because it's so good. And I love her writing. So the next question is, what am I going to pick up? And I think I am going to go into Powerful by Lauren Roberts, despite the fact that this book is the most embarrassing size ever. Why did she do this? This is so... When I went to Barnes & Noble to pick this up, I went in and it was right on like the new releases section, and I looked at it, and there happened to be one of my Barnes & Noble girls who works there, who I know, happened to be standing right next to me, like chatting with me. And when I picked this up off the shelves, I looked at it, and I must have made like a face, and then I held it up to her. I was like, what the hell is this? And then we both just started cracking up. We laughed so hard because what is this? I don't know if you're appreciating how tiny this thing is. I mean, like, who decided on this format? Why wouldn't you have just made this a regular book size and just made it thinner? I don't I agree, universe. That's kind of how I feel about it too. But anyways, that was the universe's way of telling me, like, be done with your rant. We get it. It's small. So I'm going to read Powerless today. It would be really cool if I could bang this out in one day. I don't know how quickly this is going to read, but wait, Powerful. But Powerless read really quickly. So let's see if I could get this done today. But once again, it's going to be another busy day. For right now, I think I'm just going to sit by the ocean, drink my coffee, and relax a little bit because it's a nice, calm morning out here. If you could see my son, he's staring at me out of the doors. not a brain cell amongst you. Yeah. Actually, there's one brain cell, but he's very lonely. Just a lonely brain cell. What?
Headlights on the highway. If you only knew, being back here always makes me think of you. When the world is sleeping, do you think of me? With the road ahead's coming back again, coming back to me. I remember the long drives, the late nights in your car. I remember it all. Windows down, empty streets, you were all I used to know.
So, time to go home today. The 24-hour reading challenge didn't go as well as I thought it was going to go. I think I am down to like 18 and a half hours, but full disclosure, I think I fell asleep with like 20 minutes left, like the last 20 minutes. But I did finish Powerless yesterday. I'm going to save all my readings for the end, but there you go. There is one book down and 10 chapters of Bridge Kingdom finished, so that's good. And now the question is, what book do I go into next? I brought Beach Read and my Kindle, so I guess I have to figure out what I want to read. I'm going to get on that next.
But it's not entirely your choice. Remember that.
Look at this guy.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Cristiano.
Oh, they have an Ederson.
They have an Ederson?
$4. Oh, we get that too.
Hello again. Okay, so we are obviously back home. It is the next day. Yesterday was a travel day, and my sons actually had a card shop they wanted to stop at that was about an hour and 20 minutes from my dad's place. So we did that. It was kind of like a spoil the boys, go to the card shop, like drive home kind of day. So I didn't do much reading. We do still have 16 hours, 7 minutes, and 26 seconds left on the clock. So we are going to make a little bit more progress in Beach Read. I'm currently on page 106, which is right at the end of chapter 10. And let me tell you my thoughts so far, because I'm 100 pages in. I get the Henry. I get the Emily Henry craze. I get it. And when I say that, I'm saying this in a way that it is impossible to read any section of this book, let alone 100 pages, without being like, oh, this woman right here, Miss Henry, she can write a book. This woman can write. She is writing the hell out of this book. And even if you don't like the story, which I do, obsessed with it, but even if you dig into this and you get 100 pages in and you're not entirely sure if the story is for you, you have to appreciate the writing, the quality, the mastery, the immersiveness, the character development, the quirky. These characters feel real on the page. Like, you have to appreciate her writing, and I fully get it. Like, I get the love. I get why Emily Henry is a lot of readers' auto by author 5-star reads. I am loving the story. I am loving the characters. But even if I wasn't like completely separate from that, the writing in this book it's so well done. I get it. I get the hype. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm really loving this book. So far, 100 pages in, the basic gist is that we're following our female main character, January, who is a romance writer who has fallen on some hard times, and she is going to this lake house that has been left to her in kind of tumultuous circumstances to try to clean out the house to put it up for sale, but also to like jumpstart her creative energy to write her next book. And she's finding that it's really hard to be in the romance mindset while she's going through all of the harsh and hard personal things that she's going through. And her next door neighbor turns out to be a college rival from her writing classes. And they decide, he's a literary fiction writer, she's a romance writer, and they decide, they kind of challenge each other to write in each other's genre. So Gus is going to write a rom-com romance book, and January is going to attempt to write a more like dark literary fiction, like almost like research literary fiction book. And it's kind of a challenge. They're going to ghostwrite them to see whose does better on the charts. And they each have like little rewards if they win. It's a very cool concept. It's very cute. The characters are incredible. The writing and the banter and the conversation, like the dialogue is so well written and it's so realistic. I am eating this up. Now, like I said, I'm 106 pages in. It's a 360 something page book. So there is so much room for this to change and go downhill, because I think you either love this book and it's 5 stars, or the criticism I've seen is the middle is kind of a slog, like it gets kind of slow or meandering. So obviously when I get to the meat of the story in the middle, maybe I will feel that same way, but 100 pages in, I 100% do not feel that way. I am just endlessly thinking about picking this book up. So I just got done with my work for the day. I am going to try to knock a lot of these 16 hours off of my timer today. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm going to sit down for a couple hours now and try to at least do 2 hours of reading. So I will get back to you to see if that actually happens. Not the cutest angle of all time, but I have about 10 pages left of beach read and I want to grab some footage. So I'm scared but excited, so let's do this.
Say my first rodeo. I've been down this road before. All your pieces on the floor, and for that I love you more. I'm pulling petals of a flower, guessing who has lost their power. You say me and I say you. I'd like to tell you the truth. Baby, it's what I do. Baby, it's so cruel. But you won't ever be alone. I can get a little angry, be a little dangerous. No matter what, I do it all.
Ignore the hair. I'm aware that I look like a rat. It is almost 80 degrees here and it is entirely too early to put the air conditioning on. So we are hot, sweaty, slumming it right now, and that's okay. But I wanted to update you that I did just finish beach read. I have to take a deep breath before I talk about this because this is my first 5-star read of 2024. Yes! I have never read a book, and every single time I was like mid-chapter, I would have to stop and think about how much I was loving this book. And I had to forcibly slow myself down while I was reading because I could have torn through this book, and I really just wanted to soak it all in and savor it and take it in. Emily Henry's writing, just top tier. I actually wanted to share a quote and I screenshotted it while I was reading it so that I could go back and share it with you guys. So let me just flip to that page because I just loved this so much, and it's such beautiful writing. Okay. Let's see. Okay, ready? Listen to this. Just like take this in, and it's not spoilery. It's just a beautiful quote. You might not fully understand the context of the quote until you've read the story. So just really soak it in and appreciate like the sentiment and the writing. So it says, we'd survived a lot together with Mom's illness, and I'd always held things together, found ways to shut off the worrying and have fun with him. But this was different. Jacques didn't know what to do with this version of me who stayed in bed and couldn't write or read without coming apart, who slugged around at home letting laundry pile up and ugliness seep into our dreamy apartment, who never wanted to throw parties or walk the Brooklyn Bridge at sunset or book a last-minute getaway to Joshua Tree. Again and again, he told me I wasn't myself, but he was wrong. I was the same me I'd always been. I'd just stopped trying to glow in the dark for him or anyone else. What? Like what? Like, how does someone paint a picture that way so beautifully? That was just so beautifully said and so beautifully thought and conceptualized, and then she executed it. She put it down on a paper, and I just really, for me at least, that really captured a feeling. That really captured what January, our female main character, was feeling at that moment. It was beautifully written. I loved this book. Please, if you have not read Emily Henry, or certainly if you have not picked up Beach Read, this book, it is rare that I come across books, sometimes even that I do rate 5 stars, that I could see myself like actively searching out to reread in the future. And this is one. This is one that I'm already thinking about. I wonder what I would take from a second read. I wonder what I would take from the second time around, where I would be reading it with new eyes, knowing what was going to happen. And I wonder what I would take from it then. So please pick this book up. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love this. So I did finish Beach Read with almost exactly 12 hours left on the clock. And I have to figure out what I'm going to go into next. So I do have another 10 chapters of The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen I'm going to read. So I think I might bang that out next. But then the question becomes, where do I go for our next book? So a powerful to Beach Read, to some sections of Bridge Kingdom. What am I wanting to read next? I kind of want to keep finishing series, but at the same time, I really, really want to make sure that I get to Swamp Story for Madison this month. So I think I actually might pick up Swamp Story so that I can make sure I get this done, because I would never want to disappoint anyone. And I do want to read this, but I'm also very excited to share my thoughts, because this is a book that we've discussed a little bit. So I think I'm going to read my 10 chapters of Bridge Kingdom, see where that puts me on the timer, and then pick up Swamp Story. This actually also seems like a pretty quick little read. I think it's under like 300 pages, 290 pages. So I think I could bang this out pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and get some Bridge Kingdom read, and then jump into Dave Barry's Swamp Story.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house, I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. I know the hour's getting late. I shouldn't sit here contemplating late, and I just can't stop thinking about us. I won't forget a single thing, from drunken nights to Sunday mornings, and how you smiled at me. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stay.
This angle is interesting. Interesting. We're just gonna have to deal with it because you're currently balanced like on my desk, and we're a little lopsided. I wonder if I could fix that. Let's see. Is that better? Now I feel like we're lopsided this way. Whatever. That's fine. Let me tell you something. My husband made coffee today, and my husband enjoys a strong coffee. Like, when I tell you strong, this thing will put some hair on your chest. So let's try. Oof. Okay. That is pungent. That is strong. It is like even still mostly creamer, but it's still strong. Anyways, all right. So I have done quite a bit of reading behind the scenes and have not turned on the camera because I'm really trying to focus on getting our timer run down. So with that being said, I officially finished Swamp Story, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. I rated this an even 3 stars on Goodreads, and it's a very 3-star read for me. So like, once again, to reinforce, 2.5 is perfectly fine, mediocre, right? Like 2.5 out of 5 is right smack dab in the middle, perfectly average. This was just slightly above this because I really actually, like, I did understand the intent. Go in understanding with proper expectations that this is not meant to like change your life and make you think about the existence of, you know, morality on planet Earth. This is supposed to be funny. It's satirical. It is like an homage to the zaniness of Florida that is stereotypical Florida swamp, Everglades, mystery. The very basic gist of this book, without giving away too much because there's literally a million things going on in this book, is our female main character and her baby are living in the swamps in the Everglades with her boyfriend, baby daddy, who is kind of an idiot and is like trying to be the next viral TikToker, and he constantly just takes off his shirt for no reason. Like, all the characters in this book are completely like unhinged, off the register. Like, our female main character Jessie is the only like seemingly normal one, really, and he wants to be this next viral TikTok star. He also, I think, is kind of like a party animal. And then there's a man who owns Bortle Brothers Bait and Beer, this store, and he kind of needs a get quick rich scheme because the store is floundering. So he comes up with an idea to put together this Everglades Melon Monster scheme where they're gonna tape this viral video of them spotting a swamp monster, and he gets the viral TikTok star, her baby daddy, to star in it, and it all kind of spirals from there when Jessie makes kind of a crazy discovery in the swamp. It is almost impossible to perfectly describe this book because it's completely ridiculous. Like, it just is ridiculous. However, it is entertaining. It is funny. The writing is decent in a satirical fashion. However, the one stylistic problem I had with the writing of this book is that it is insanely repetitive to the point of annoying. Like, have you ever known someone that just tells the same joke over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then like laughs at their own jokes, but they're the only one laughing because you're like, dude, you've told me this like in 7 different crowds, 25 different times. That's this book. It's just the repetitive same joke over and over again. And for the first like 2 or 3 times, you're like, haha, okay, that's funny. You know, that's tongue in cheek. That's the intent. But then 300 pages in and like 25 times in, you're kind of like, it's kind of cringy. It's not funny anymore. It's just, he thinks that he's doing something very clever, but it's really just gotten very old. That is the one thing that really took me out of rating this any higher. But if you're looking for a zany mystery, zany time that you could just sit down and kind of laugh and not think about too much, it was good. And he's written, I think, like 1 million books. I think his backlog is pretty big as well. So if you do end up enjoying his writing, you'll have a ton more stuff to read. But 3 stars is where I'm settling on this one. So then after I finished Swamp Story, I did make some more progress in the Bridge Kingdom. I think I'm like 73% of the way through the Bridge Kingdom now. So I'm almost done with that. I did read my chapters for this coming week at our book club. And that leaves us with how much time on the clock? Let's look. Okay, so that leaves us with 2 hours. Can you see that? 2 hours and 29 minutes on the clock. So now I have to figure out what I want to spend my last 2 hours reading. And I've been looking at my little stack, right? And I do think, so I've read kind of like a lit fic mystery thriller, a romance, and a fantasy. I'm reading Bridge Kingdom, almost done, but that's a romantasy fantasy. So I don't think I want to start another fantasy necessarily, because I have The Lies We Steal, Caraval, Spin the Dawn, Gilded Cage. I think I want to, and actually we have some that are on my Kindle, right? What are my other ones for this month on my Kindle? Oh boy. Let's see here. Okay, so then on my Kindle we have The Night of the Storm, which is a thriller, and Mile High, which is KU. I think I'm kind of feeling a romance. So I could do Collided, I could do Powerless, I could do Twisted Games, I could do The Reunion, The Bromance Book Club, or Mile High on my Kindle. I'm going to be honest with you. I really, really, really want to read on my Kindle right now. I don't know why. I think because I just finished reading Swamp Stories, like physically, I want to get back on my Kindle. I think I am going to jump into Mile High by Liz Tomford on my Kindle. I think that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to go from here. Let's get these last 2.5 hours finished up and be done with this. This took a little bit longer than I thought, but it's okay. It doesn't really matter. We're still finishing some books. So let's go ahead and get this done. Let's just sit down and bang out this 2.5 hours.
Where is the line between dreaming and feeling blue? It's 4 o'clock in the evening. I haven't left my room, but the truth is, if I'm honest, I feel stuck here in the middle.
And just like that, we did it. 24 hours of reading. That took me way longer than I thought it was going to, but it is so busy around here. It really, really is busy. I was so dedicated to this challenge the whole time too. I do not know how the book girlies sit and just do 24 straight hours. One day maybe I'll try it, but that would have to be such a specific instance. Like my husband would have to take my kids away for the weekend and something like that that would give me the opportunity to even delude myself into thinking that I could complete that. But let's go over really quick what we finished this week. So we started the week, our first full book was Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I really liked this. I think I gave this a 4-star. I should probably know that. Hold please, let me grab my phone. Confirmed. I gave this a 4-star. I really, really like this. That's actually the same rating I gave Powerless. Do I keep calling this Powerless? Powerful. I went over my thoughts about it, but briefly, it was so cute. It's a cute little novella, despite the fact that this size is embarrassing, and I don't know what editor let this happen. But anyways, that's a little bit of a stylistic choice, but it was really, really cute, and I really enjoyed reading Adina's story, and this actually makes me a bit more excited for Reckless, because I can't wait to see what happens. Next, we went into Beach Read. This was the easiest 5-star I've given since Fourth Wing. 6 stars. Infinity stars. I get the Emily Henry hype now. I really do. I get it. I get it. Say no more. Please read this book. Please read this book. This was the easiest 5-star. This was one of those books that halfway through, I already knew it was a 5-star. And my opinion never changed. I got that 5-star feeling halfway through, but I was like, oh God, there's still 200 pages for her to mess this up potentially. She doesn't. This is the easiest 5-star I've given in a very, very, very long time. Please read it. Next, I went into Swamp Story by Dave Barry. 3 stars. Very what you'd expect out of a 3-star book. Just slightly above perfectly okay and decent. Funny, satirical, over the top, ostentatious, but it's entertaining. Then I made it 72% of the way and 259 pages into The Bridge Kingdom. I'm going to be finishing this in the next couple of days. I'm reading it chapter for chapter with our book club, so I'm purposely holding off, but this is so good. So good. I'm going to talk about it more in my wrap up and like obviously with the book club instead of right here, but if you're looking for a really, really good, well-written, really interesting, immersive world, The Bridge Kingdom is for you. And last but not least, I made it 35% of the way onto chapter 21, which is 165 pages into Mile High. So overall, I made it, 165 and 259, 420-ish pages into these 2 books and completed 3 physical books. Guys, that's so amazing. It did not take me 24 hours. It took me about 5 days, I think it's been. 5 days, but that's mom life. That's real life. I wish I could just sit around and read all day, but I can't. So 5 days, 24 hours of reading and 3 physical books. And, you know, if you figure we're 35% of the way into one and 72% of the way into the other, can we count that as combining them into 100%? That's a full book. So about 4, the equivalent of 4 books read this month or this week. That is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and finish Mile High and jump right into filming our next video. So tell me below which one of these you think sounds the most intriguing. And also tell me below what your favorite little weekend family getaway is. And when you're doing that, go ahead and comment the donut emoji for some of the snacks that you eat while you're there. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.